Theta, the spur controls everything. The conversation is dominated by the spurg. Over the next 2 hours or however long they stay sober, you will lose intelligence. Enjoy Theta Thursday. Your hosts, Dawn and Rhea, Maffoon, and some shitty guests.
I didn't even think it was Halloween.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week on Theta Thursday. Today, we have a very, very special guest, the one, the only CEO, Major Sniper, here to celebrate 5 years of ASCII. So, how are you doing, Major?
Hey guys, thanks for inviting me along. I'm doing great, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. Though I do want to say right now, I did not know the character's waistline was that snatched. Look at is that edited that way,
No,
or is that how you look in game?
That is how he looks in game, although it is it's at an angle, because the way his hat is, the lighting doesn't work well with the hat, so I had to like turn his character model to the side so he just looks like a thin supermodel.
If I had that waistline, oh man,
Super Chad.
Yeah, I use one of those gusset things or gusset.
Oh, you got a corset?
A corset, yeah, there we go.
Real
Nice.
whalebone corset.
Confirmed. Major Sniper does wear a corset. No. So we have had ASCII on before a couple weeks ago, I think almost 2 months ago now, where we kind of just talked about the corp, but we didn't have anybody from Dave was there and he answered a ton of good stuff, but we're here to just delve a little bit deeper into ASCII heritage since it's their 5-year anniversary. So we're going to start off the night with that. Major, do you want to introduce a little bit about yourself on Eve and then go into your history with ASCII?
Well, I was pretty much at the point ready of giving up the game when all of a sudden in a small South African channel which everybody ignored and nobody ever spoke in, somebody pipes up who's looking to come and join a Goon Swarm corporation. And I looked at this and it was Uncle Pilot, and I made some rude comments at him and he made some rude comments back at me, and we had a good laugh about it, and landed up asking me what I really thought about Goon Swarm. And I had flown with them during the days when I was with TNT, before they were Imperium, and I'd really, really enjoyed the time there. So I said to him, this is absolutely great. No, I enjoyed my time. And he asked me, hey, would you be interested in helping start up a corporation? And I knew absolutely nothing about how terrible goons were. I really had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. Nonetheless, he kind of cradled me under his wing, if you could put it to that way, for a short amount of time, where we just went on a massive recruitment spree to get literally as many people into the corp just in the initial beginning, because the corporation itself was brought into Goon Swarm under my understanding, that it was brought into Goon Swarm to absorb all of the alphas that were going to be joining when CCP made alphas and omegas, and with their thoughts that the amount of alphas that were going to be joining, we wanted to get as many of them as possible as we could into Ascendance. And that's where a lot of the bad blood came from sort of some of the more robust goons. Was that we were just accepting anybody with a heartbeat, as they put it, and that's pretty much how we went on for a couple of months. And slowly but surely during that period of time, Uncle Pilot was just logging in less and less and less and less, and I was doing more and more and more and more, until one Sunday morning he just phoned me and said, I'm giving up Eve, I'm not playing anymore, do you want this corporation? So still absolutely no idea how fucking much of an arsehole, big an arsehole most of the goons are. I went ahead and I was like, sure, yeah, let's go ahead with that. But all of my experience was all in high sec, so I was literally the filthiest, dirtiest puppy there probably was. And I was now CEO of a corporation that had close on to 2,300 people in it. So it was rather large. We hit too fat to lose or whatever it was pretty quickly with all the alphas on board, and obviously the corporation grew really really fast. But when Uncle Pilot left, I had called on two very very old friends of mine, Midlar and Nini, to come and help me run this corporation because it had reached a point where I could no longer do it on my own. And they joined us as the first full directors, who had, the right to accept people. And I know Uncle Pilot wasn't very happy about it at the time, but I absolutely fucking insisted. Then we moved on to another guy who I needed help in the American time zone, and that's where Aaron Raven came along. I basically just picked a random guy from Corp, spent, I don't know, about 6, 7 hours talking to over comms and just talking and talking and talking. And I said, yeah, this is the guy. He's going to be the next director. And that's how and then between the four of us, we slowly but surely started to change the way Ascendance recruited. We put very, very stringent, criteria in place. We made sure, obviously, we had AI in place. We had everything. All the paperwork was there. All the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. And you will very firmly remember the incident of DTAC W and the rattlesnake. That incident was quite interesting because we had a guy come and join us, excuse me, as a absolutely new bro, disappeared under the radar for months, and on that particular day decided to inject himself into a very, very well-tanked rattlesnake with a cyno on it, and so began the big losses of DTAC W. But when it came back to us, because obviously, we've got this burden on our shoulders that we carried based on the whole kick-asky thing, and you're the new kid on the block now, and you've got to prove yourself, and blah 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 blah. And it just got to a point really where
Now, what are some of the core tenets of ASCII? What is ASCII culture? Is there something that makes it unique from other corporations?
um, it's I guess the closest way I could explain it is that it's sort of a family event. Like I said to you guys earlier on about Nini and Midlar, is that each of them, and Aaron eventually, each of them were given a division. One was in charge of recruitment, one was in charge of internal affairs, and the other slowly but surely picked up and took over recruitment, where Midline now just does all of our electronic stuff and what have you. So eventually and ultimately, we've got it to a point. Even so, now where Nenny retired, indirectly retired, and then we brought Heinrich 9000 in on his place. We've always got people moving up through our recruitment channel. Any step towards success in the corporation starts in recruitment, and anybody who does recruitment will tell you it's a long and arduous process, and you need to be very focused and continuous to succeed in it, and only then do you become a senior recruiter. And then once you've done that for a freaking long time, as people decide to move on from the game or whatever it may be, somebody may step down, so a position opens, and that'll be from that group that will then choose our IA members. And so you grow up and grow up, and all of the guys who are now directors, like Triab and Heinrich, they all made their way up through recruitment. It was only those other three guys that literally came straight into a position of being a director. So to answer it, it's kind of like a family. We know each other really, really well. I've known Nenny and Midlar since I began playing Eve in 2007. They were part of the first corporation that I was part of. And we've been friends ever since, literally just followed each other around. So I had a ton of trust in these guys. You know, any large corporation will tell you that there's massive amounts of ISK passing through the corporation, and you know it's just not even something you think about. That you know there's going to be somebody who's going to grab 40 bill and duck and run. You know, I mean, it's just not even heard of, and that extends into our current directors as well. I mean, it's like a family.
Yeah, so as part of that family, Dave Archer would be the redheaded stepchild.
Dave Archer is an interesting one, to say the least. Yeah, you can say a lot about human beings, and you can say a lot about the people that sit behind the computer and play the game. And very, very few times do you get a Dave Archer. And I mean that sincerely, because, you know, I'll tell you a very quick story. It was basically how Ascendance moved from Delve into Fountain, put up the YTAC 2 ANO Keepstar, and then proceeded into Fountain to clear all of the Pocos, get rid of as much of I can't remember those. Who? Not Gangbang. It was the other one. It was the not the unicorn. The something. Anyway, they this guy Malthurisk, he was sort of in charge of that. He was our main capital pilot dude in Ascendance, almost the only one I could say. And he led this whole thing forward with Dave. Dave being nothing more than a bright, wide-eyed newbie, hanging on to his every move and I mean, Dave was literally wherever Malthus went, Dave was there with him. And it was absolutely awesome to see. I mean, Dave was just like soaking it up. And nonetheless, to say it got to a point where we decided to go back into Delve, and this is where we moved into South Delve, close to where Amok lives. But during the transition, there was a very, very big fallout between myself and Malthus. And he literally packed his toys and left for another corporation for a short while before going ahead and absolutely murdering his entire character, selling all the skill points and everything. And the problem and the point of it is this, is that when he did all of this, we were in a very specific situation that we had all of our capitals, and this included Titans and subcaps, and supers and Titans, all sitting sort of quite far up the tube of in Fountain, and we needed to get this back. And I mean, I was like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Like, and this dude's like literally just left the corp. And I told Dave, and I said, Dave, this is the situation. And Dave said to me one thing, and I'll never forget it. Dave said to me, okay, what can I do next? Very, very simple thing, but it just meant such a huge amount to me at that point. And I knew that from that point in time, Dave is an Ascendance child, and he always will be. He is part of Ascendance's roots. He is part of everything from the moment he said that statement to me, because he then went on to go ahead and work out how to extract all of those supers and Titans very successfully, get them jump back through the gate, get them back into, and there were nasties around. I mean, I'm not saying it was like the culture is the name of the group that I was talking about earlier on. We're getting rid of the culture. Anyway, so there were still nasties around, and Dave did this, and ever since then, I've had the absolute world of respect for Dave, and Dave gets what Dave wants, pretty much.
So there's a a big ASCII banger coming up in October in Las Vegas, Nevada. And a lot of people have been talking about that. Are you going to be attending that, or?
I will be in Vegas, yes.
Of course he will. Head of the corp dinner.
Yeah, I won't miss it for the world. The only thing I will admit I am a little worried about is the whole COVID thing. I am vaccinated, but I still don't want to become a carrier, and events like that can be, you just need to be careful. But yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world otherwise.
Yeah, let's hope things are a little bit better in October.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys started a GoFundMe to bail Mifune Sword God out of jail?
I think we're going to be able to keep him out of trouble, to be honest with
We'll
you.
be fine.
We'll
be
just
fine.
put a hat on him and keep calling him Mister.
Here, we'll also grab Mike Flood, and I believe you're bringing your kid, right? You're bringing your kid, Major, or nah?
No.
Okay. We can grab Mike Flood, and we'll grab someone else, and it'll be me, Mike Flood, and someone else in a trench coat, and we'll just walk into the casino in the trench coat. We'll be fine.
You know, the idea is to like not draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a good idea would probably be like not dyeing your fucking hair blue.
He looks like he fell in a cotton candy machine.
He could hang
I
out
mean-
at Circus Circus.
I'm debating if I want to let my natural colors grow out again, or if I want to re-dye it until the natural colors grow out again. I don't know. It's all a big thing.
You definitely want to get that hair back to natural color before you get to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Shave it, dude.
No, it's not getting shaved. Because all it takes is a few hot showers. Because like even now, the great thing about getting your hair professionally dyed is you can't shower in hot water. I have to take cold showers because otherwise it destroys the color of the hair. So what you need to do is for longevity you take cold showers, you use color shave shampoo. And like if I use regular shampoo and hot wash in the shower, I could probably get this color out in a month.
If you were my boy, I'd fucking hold you down and shave your head.
Not happening. Good luck with that, because it ain't happening.
If it works, own it, bro.
Color safe shampoo, yeah. So they have a shampoos out there that are for people who get their hair dyed, and it's to make sure that, because like no matter what, when you wash your hair and all the pores and stuff open and all the hair oils kind of fall off, the color attaches itself to the oil. So as the oil's getting taken out by your shampoo, so does the color. And so color safe shampoo, it still removes the color, just not as much as you would using normal shampoo.
Wow, science is amazing. We should say something about Eve, the dog, because it's International Dog Week or something.
It's International Dog Day.
Yes.
So we do have Eve the puppy next to me. She is now officially 5 months old. It's adorable. We found out she's not a black lab. We found that out like a month ago, and I've been meaning to update everyone. She's not a black lab. She is actually a German Shepherd mixed with Australian cattle dog, and she just happens to be straight black.
Wow, science.
Hair color and science all in one show.
I'm just intrigued whether he
Fantastic.
meant to match his t-shirt with his hair or not.
I did not. This is a tie-dye shirt. I just happen to wear it today because everything else is in the wash.
Don't wear it to Vegas.
No, I don't. I have my INN shirt that I'll probably bring to Vegas. A couple of other goon shirts. Probably a couple band t-shirts. I got a nice pair of dress pants and a couple button-ups in case we go somewhere fancy.
That should do it.
I got stuff covered. But yeah, Vegas is definitely going to be fun, especially because here at INN we are planning to do coverage of Eve Vegas. Hopefully, we just gotta. The fun thing is Twitch doesn't let you stream. Like Twitch lets you stream from your phone, but it doesn't let us stream to the INN channel with our phones. Because we don't have the password to the INN channel. So stuff like that doesn't work out. So we're gonna figure that out. But we are going to be streaming coverage of Vegas.
So theoretically, somebody could just host your phone stream as a camera source.
Possible. That might be a way to go, to just stream it on my personal channel and then have Brisk or Life Shifter, push the button to host it straight to INN. That could be an option that we can look at.
Yeah, because there's that new tool, whatever it's called. I don't know anything about technology.
Yeah.
I got a new shirt too, man. I got this shirt. I bought it off Facebook. It's like cats with laser beams.
That's definitely a t-shirt you'd wear, Greg.
That's one of the most
That's actually
fantastic
pretty
things I've
cool.
ever seen.
I really like that.
I fucking love it. That's a great shirt.
It's kind of like nature meets Pink Floyd.
Yeah, exactly. This is like food too. Like there's tacos and pizza. I don't understand a lot of things that go on the internet, but I thought this was really fucking cool.
Okay, Boomer.
So what else has gone on in Eve this week? There have been lots of things. Test running away.
Still.
Are tests actually still a thing, like in all honesty?
Yeah, they're still trying to get away. I think they're somewhere near Innsmouth at them.
Wait. They're going. They're not
really
even going north
yet. Way.
They're just heading east. They're not even going north yet.
They're going all the way around.
They're going. No, they're going through the drone lens, through a fraternity space. They got to go through all that.
This is one hell of a move up for them, isn't it? Like, so
I heard that they're doing it literally step by step by step, waiting almost like a week in between or something ridiculous.
It's almost as if they piss some really unforgiving people off.
Exactly. So just for clarification, they have all their shit with them too, right? Like, so this isn't just like they have to move some ships. They've got to move everything they own, right?
This is everything they own, from Alliance assets to personal pilot assets. All of their shit is with them. And I'm pretty sure anyone who is here for the original Goon Trail of Tears can tell you, moving freighters full of Alliance assets that kind of way is not fucking fun. And it's even fucking funnier that they don't have enough keep stars to complete the chain. They have to. That's why they're waiting like a week in between, because they jump to a keep star and then they have to unanchor one that's behind them, so they can pick it up and throw it back down in front of them. It's like fucking leapfrog with yourself. It's hilarious.
It's absolutely madness.
Have you ever played Leapfrog with yourself, Mufune?
I don't believe I have.
Uh-huh.
You're missing out, man.
Isn't that called with an assault?
So yeah, there's been some other wasn't there some resetting going on, some more resetting and some coalition / alliance restructuring that's been happening?
Yeah, so we've had Pandemic Horde resetting the blue status off of everyone that isn't Test Alliance and Brave? Was it Brave that they... So it was Test and Brave. Everybody else in Legacy got set to neutral by Pandemic Horde. So Legacy is completely disbanded because they only consist of Test and Brave now, and Brave is looking for the fucking door to branch out from Test.
Yeah, Legacy just doesn't exist anymore, full stop. It's gone.
So it's
Yeah.
it's really funny that they're gone. And the thing is that it's so casual about it too, right? Like when CO2 got disbanded and the judge happened, that was obviously like big news because of, how it happened, but it was big news in itself that an alliance that large disbanded, right? When AAA disbanded, when they initially disbanded before they came back, right? That was huge news to like every one of the major blocks, right? When that one Wormhole Alliance or whatever disbanded, it was big news. And then Legacy disbands, and it's like 1.5 Reddit posts, and that's it. And no one else wants to talk about it.
I think it's more because they've just been slowly falling apart for the last 6 months.
I mean,
It's not a
that
sudden
shit is-
thing. It's everybody's been seeing it for the last 6 months.
So, what good is going to come out of the failscape that we did see from Pappy Blue Donut Coalition thingy?
It means we won't see Tess doing any major plays for the next 5 years.
Like, and when I ask what good, I don't mean like just for us, but like for New Eden in general. Like, are we going to see some other players that weren't involved in the war maybe step up?
So historically, right, and especially my favorite reference and this is something I predicted months ago, right? One of my favorite things at looking at Hell Wars like this is what happens after a losing alliance disbands or after a major alliance loses the majority of their solve, right? When shit like that happens, um history in Eve seems to like to repeat itself, and where you have other alliances in New Eden see the opportunity to get into nullsec if they aren't already, or even smaller nullsec alliances having that opportunity to fill that empty space, right? After a great example is after we burned Tribute. After we burned Tribute, it was fucking no man's lands for 8.5 months, right? And you saw groups like Trigger Happy with Kendar, and you saw other groups kind of step up into that space and not only try to live in that space, but try to fend off that space from other people that want it, right? We're gonna have this state of of small skirmishes between these smaller alliances until one of them grows up and becomes a big block alliance, right? And that's something I love to see, right? Because we already saw it when Pravi Block died, and Wrecking Crew just kind of stepped up, filled those shoes, and now Wrecking Crew, I guarantee you, in a couple months is going to be a somewhat more significant force in the nullsec politics and in nullsec play.
That was a very long-winded way of saying there's going to be a massive political reshuffle, and a lot of
You know what?
new
Let me
relationships are going to be built between the upper echelons of
let
Eve.
me have my time.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Who more able to talk about the politics of Eve but Mr. Dirk Statiel?
Oh dear, because I've got shit going on to try and actually eat today. But I was just seeing you all in this streaming channel and wanted to drop in and see what you were all talking about, because apparently I have to consult diplomats on whether or not we have a nip with Army of Mangoes. So I wanted to see what you were all talking about tonight.
No, please go on and talk about the AOM fantasy nip. I think that's a very interesting story.
I don't think he knows
can't.
anything about diplomatic issues, though. It's Dirk.
I can't talk about that because I've already said that we have no nip. There is no blue standings. What more would you like me to say, Caleb?
I'm gonna ping a diplomat, okay, Dirk. Like, I don't appreciate you talking about diplomatic stuff. I'm gonna go ping a diplomat, okay?
I was told by super spy network holding entities that there should be some sort of nip happening. So if you're denying it, you must be lying.
Uh,
12 bill for that information.
I was about to
Um,
say I paid 12 bill to get told that Dirk Steele is lying to us.
I'm gonna go ahead and direct you in the general. Well, no, actually, no. Fuck it. Hi, no, there is no nip. If you want to argue that and you want to argue it with the seniorist diplomat, please go ahead and talk to Shingley. Beyond that, yeah, fuck you. Believe me or don't believe me, but there is no nip.
I'm not sure that you're helping the Pappy spy network, because I know that they think that you're a nobody, and I'm not entirely sure if they know who Shingley is.
I'm supposed to help the Pappy
Shingley's
spy
still
network?
playing.
And Shingley's still around,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, when's
Shingley's
the last time Shingley actually logged in? Because I haven't seen that man in like 2 years.
It was only a few weeks ago. Shingley's been doing some stuff. We all love to log in and have that at least potential to shoot blues.
In the immortal words of Zel Tharuk, Mirana.
Do they know who that is? Oh, well, I know one person knows, but he keeps insisting on doxing her.
Hey guys, I need to get going, but before I do, I just want to mention to all 145 of our viewers that this weekend Ascendance will be having its birthday bash on Saturday, probably, well, I think it was about 1700, Dave.
20.
Something like that. Anyway, if any of you guys would like to join us and you want to come and get pissed with us and probably get in trouble, by all means, come and join us on our Cork Comms. Guys, thank you very much for having me on your show. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and sayonara.
Thanks very much for
Thanks,
coming, Major
Major.
Sniper.
I'm just going to throw out just before. Well, there he goes anyway. But I just want to throw out that Major is one of our dudes for INN's creative department, and he makes a ton of great art as well. So if you can go ahead and support him on anything, just do it.
Especially when I post things in the ASCII Discord channels, and then Major goes, "You could do this better," and I'm like, I have no Photoshop skills, so I can't. He's a great guy, though. His art's amazing. Go check out. I believe you can go to the INN profile, right? Like, you can go to his INN profile thing, and it will show all the stuff he's done. I know it does it for the writers. I'm not sure if it does it for the artists.
So, do we know anything more about this birthday bash, the ASCII birthday bash on Saturday? Is everyone invited?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Didn't
It'll
he just invite us all? I think so.
I think we're pinging it to our Friends of Ascendance group. Anyone can come along.
Yeah. Dave, what time is that again? Because
Give me a sec.
because the thing is, I gotta figure out, am I actually gonna make this before I come home from work, or is it just gonna be at one of those times where I'm like, hey, I'm at work for my 15th hour of the day, I can't make it.
If I find it. So.
Would you guys have any fun events planned?
For the birthday stuff, I think we have a few corp things.
We have a lot of giveaways being done. I think we have a carrier to give away, a few other things. We have like a large pile of ISK that is assigned to just throw stuff at people. Apparently we're doing I didn't plan any of this, my sub-director did. Apparently we're doing a Frigate 1v1 tournament.
That'll be fun.
So it should be interesting. And then a roam to I don't know where. Apparently I'm FCing though, is what I'm told.
That's the true Dave Archer way. I'm
Hey,
FCing, but I don't know when.
They want me.
They tell me when they want me, and I turn up.
Look, I remember when John came back, when John like came back from a break, and it was right in the middle of the war, and he comes back, and they're like, "Oh, John, you're FCing," and he's like, "Oh, I am," and then he hops into the fleet, and he goes, "All right, what doctrine are we flying?" And I'm like, "John, you pinged out your own fleet. Shouldn't you know what doctrine you're flying?" And he just had no fucking clue because he didn't look. Fun times.
It's a skill in the as an FC to be able to adapt.
You just
It's probably the most important skill in actual fact.
You wing it. 90% of the time, you just wing it, and then it works out. It's kind of like Rick from Rick and Morty, you know, you just kind of improvise. You're an asshole and you have to improvise about it.
And then that's how you crash a node instead of stuff.
That's how you promise not to get smart bombed and then immediately get smart bombed.
You know, I was just gonna say, Mifune, you would make a very good Morty.
See, I can't do a Morty, but I can, like, if I tried, I could probably do a solid Rick.
No. I don't mean an impression. I mean, in real life, you would make a good Morty.
I already am a Morty.
Who's your Rick?
I believe that would be Kalexos at this point. I don't know. I get passed around between Kalexos, Guy Games, Dave. I get passed around by all the fucking military directors as their own personal Morty.
Wow, that sounds so bad.
I've got many comments for that.
Yeah.
Of what that makes you sound like.
Not
Is that what they call
Twitch.
grooming?
The village mike, I believe, would be the correct term.
So Mifune, you're gonna get your tattoo done in Vegas, apparently too, right?
I think so here's the thing is that I want to try and get it before Vegas, but the number one problem I'm running into right now is the local tattoo parlor is like completely like booked for like half of the fall, and then the other tattoo parlor in town is 10 times more expensive. So it's a debate on whether I want to get it before Vegas and just pay a shit ton of extra money for it. Do I want to try and get it in Vegas? Do I want to try and get it right after Vegas when I can actually get an appointment with the tattoo artist that I know? Because the guy that I got my other tattoos from, he's the guy that's booked all the way through the fall. So it's
Just
like
for comparison, what do you call expensive?
Expensive as in like an extra $300-400 compared to what my normal guy charges me.
No, seriously, like just get it with the guy that you know who does good work.
Yeah.
Don't
exactly.
Don't fucking fuck about with getting a tattoo in Vegas just because it's a Vegas thing. Do it because you know the guy. It's gonna be a good quality thing. Just really do it properly. Don't fuck it up, Mifune. Come on.
Well, wait a second. You're staying at the ASCII house, right? So
I am.
just get it. Aren't you? Just get a homemade one done. Just have all ASCII contribute to it. You can make a tattoo gun.
That's a good idea.
Would it be
Cheap
done
that
in
way.
Penis on his sweater.
Would it be done in ASCII line art? Like
that would not end well in the slightest. Tattoo gun at the ASCII house. That'd be funny.
They sell them on Amazon for like $200 for the kit,
Yeah,
right? I imagine it's really shit, but whatever, it'd still work.
Dave, I've
You
been
can just
meaning
take a fucking paperclip and ink out of a pen and do it. You'd be fine.
I've been meaning to talk to the ASCII house committee about like different games that we could actually fucking play at the ASCII house, like a beer pong tournament or a drunken darts tournament or something like that. Yeah, we have all that. What if we got like
got a volleyball court and a basketball court as well?
No tattoo thing for the ASCII house. No stick and poke. Just no. Don't.
I was gonna say henna. I was gonna say get like a couple henna pens and do like henna tattoos that only last a few days.
That's not my problem. I can't get in the country, so I can go.
Oh, you can't go.
No.
Is the lockdown extending past
No,
October?
the US are not letting people from the United Kingdom in yet.
Oh
It
shit!
has
Hi,
nothing to do with
Britain is
COVID.
a really fucking bad place to be right
It's not that bad. Not down south anyway.
I'm in Cambridge, and Britain's a pretty bad place to be down
Jolly
south
good
right
old
now.
boy.
Wow, shots fired.
It's all bad. Like, nah. You don't get to come at me for that one, Dave. It's all bad.
I don't know. Pretty good down here. Nice, sunny.
Well-
Everything's chill. Not much COVID.
Yeah, how are you enjoying your supermarkets there, Dave?
A lot of stock.
Oh, we've got
Really?
Ryakadaria joining us. How's it going, Rye?
Fantastic. How are you?
Dude, you don't
That didn't sound
very
fantastic.
excited.
Better
What's
now, yeah.
what's up, man?
Have you met me, Greg?
Like, not in real
Not,
life.
not really the most like excitable person. I'm pretty sure everybody in Theta really knows this, and everybody in the Imperium probably knows it too.
Aw, dude.
It's like an older version of Mike. Just hey guys.
You see, Mike Flood. This is what you have to look forward to.
Don't ever compare me to Mike Flood.
Hey,
I
Ever.
don't know, dude. I think it's if the shoe fits, right?
we need to get in the in-game title of Mike Senior.
So what's been going on in your life there, right?
Getting ready for my new job to start on Monday, I guess, and then kind of gonna be like AUTZ from now on, because
Oh, congratulations on the new job. What are you doing? I hear you're maybe like pumping cock water at whorehouses.
yeah, something
That
like
sounds
that.
awful.
Where the hell is everybody? How come nobody's here? Like, we got Dave Archer for some reason.
You missed the ASCII celebration because we're celebrating 5 years of ASCII this weekend.
I twisted Major Sniper's arm to go on the talk show, so it actually looks like there's more than just me.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a very dry week in Eve. Like otherwise, it really has. Right? Because a lot of people have gone back to crabbing. There's been some fleets here and there to go outside of Delve, disrupt some things, shoot some things. Lots of crabbing. It's been a very I feel like the next month or so is just going to be very is still that rebuilding and recuperating of everything that was lost on both ends of the spectrum, right?
Do we have any any crabbing stats that we can pull up, maybe just to see?
Not until the
Why are
NDR.
you guys? Why are you guys not talking about the MPE?
About what?
About the NPE.
New play.
Oh, the new play experience thing that they're
Yeah, MPE 5.0. That's a big deal.
Your mic is a bit screwed there, Dirk, so you might want to work on that. But I mean, I saw what they did. I glanced over it. I didn't go on CC to test anything out. But why? Why do we need this? Is what the third NPE revamp?
No, didn't they make a like a change to very important change to basically be able to completely skip the NPE?
You could skip the MP beforehand. I love how everyone is like, "Hey, this is only the second or third NP revamp going."
No, this is like the third one in the past like 5 years.
No. This is the fifth MP revamp since 2015. But it's a good NPE. It's fun. The issue is that they drop you into the agency missions, the career agents, straight out again.
Which is like going back to like 2010.
Probably like closer to 2008, but yeah, sure.
I don't know. This probably would have been more fun if we had John Hartley on here, so I could ask him if he knows who the fuck I am. Ronnie Pickering.
Nobody cares who the fuck you are, Eric. I'm sorry, but that's true.
Ronnie fucking Pickering.
Dead air is bad, guys.
Yeah, don't make me freaking have flashbacks of my freaking days as a director on TV. Dead air was just like, guys, you want to like say something? Come on.
So last weekend
the
we had
prompter
Summer
isn't
Storm.
rolling
Anybody
for
else
him.
go? Did anybody else go to Summer Storm? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember a lot of it, but I got some good pictures. Yeah, absolutely. It was a good
There
time.
we go.
I do have a great picture of our illustrious leader, though.
Do we? Does someone want to send me it so I can shove it up on stream?
I'll throw it in the Discord there.
Yeah.
There you go. It's in Theta Thursday.
Man, this is a great show, guys.
Who's the
Lots
person
to talk
next to
about.
him?
That's his girlfriend. Yeah. So Friday night we did a barbecue. It was a good time. I got there late, so I missed most of it. But everyone was very, very intoxicated, so I'm sure they had a good time. Saturday was good. Everybody hung out, I think, and then we went to Brazilian Grill, or that's a style of grill. I can't remember the name of it. Samba, maybe. I think that might be the name of it. Excellent food. It was great. Had a good time. Then we went, just walked down the street to the piano bar. That's where he passed out. It was a good time. Everybody had a good time. I think we ended up doing an after party back at his place again, and I think I got back to the motel about 4:30 in the morning.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, it was a good party. Yeah, it was good.
4:30 in the morning is not bad. That's like
Merkelchen
Merkelchen
pushed out. He pushed out and went back to the motel after the bar. So he was there was one other person, the only ones that didn't go out for the after party. So.
All right, there will be some. I'm sure that'll be the same thing in Vegas. There are some people that'll head out for an after party, and then some that are like, "All right, time to go."
I don't think the party stops once you get there. It begins. It
I don't
ends
know.
when you leave.
This is
so
first time I'm going to Vegas, so I don't know, man.
in the ASCII house, the party ain't stopping. Like, there will be someone probably up at all hours getting out.
I land. I hit the dispensary, and it's fucking over.
Last year I landed. I
brown
went
out time,
to-
and I have a great time. People tell me.
Last year I landed, went to the Airbnb, dumped off my stuff, and then immediately went to the bar because one of the ASCII dudes had already ordered me a drink before I even landed.
Dom, do they have like vans for the dispensaries to just pick people up at the airport? Like, I feel like that's a thing.
If it's not, we should make it a thing, right?
What?
That could make money. That's a good idea. I did not see anything like that.
I'm not sure if they're in Vegas yet. If they should be, but I'm not 100% sure. But Colorado and dispensaries in Colorado and California have started like vending machines with eighths and full grams, right? Like in certain parts of LA, you can go to just like the beach, not even the beach, but you could just walk up and it's a vending machine, and you put in your credit card or you put in cash, and you can buy like an eighth of weed, and it just comes right out of the vending machine.
Hey.
Oh, I can't wait till they sell like mushrooms and LSD out of vending machines. See, that'd be fucking badass.
Sorry, I had to walk away. I'm selling a house and buying a house, and my real estate agent had to talk with me. So I'm back. I missed
Did you get
everything.
yelled at?
No.
You
Thank
sound like
God
you're
you're here.
Your cat's
We've had
yelling at you.
like 4 dead air moments where like no one says anything for like
going
35
on.
seconds.
Ryak, nothing's fucking going
It's
on.
giving me flashbacks, and I don't like it.
There's lots of stuff going on. You have a
I missed
initiative, and Bash is moving
everything.
back
So,
to getting their house is
so
settled.
I get to rewatch the VOD to see what what I missed. So that'll be fun. So what did you guys talk about?
I don't remember.
We talked about Summer Swarm. We talked about what may or may not happen in Vegas, stuff like that. Just kind
Greg,
of overall.
Greg kind of just like got up and walked away. Like,
Yeah, Greg had to go for a minute.
All
Took his
right.
shirt while talking to him, maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, there he is.
Oh yeah, he did.
I tried to get them to talk about the new player experience changes.
Yeah, but
Dawn, I tried to get them on actual Eve shit, but they decided they didn't want
It's
that.
terrible though. I don't like it. Plain and simple.
Are you a new player? So
It's
no, it's
not
not meant for
bad.
you. So stop whining, Mifune. It will not hurt
major
you at all.
The major issue with the NPE is that it dumps you into the career missions. Like the NPE itself, not bad. Everything after the NPE, bad, but the NPE itself, it's
I
good.
did the career missions, and it was an easy way to get some early free ships.
so did you guys see the ping?
The career missions have been the same. The career missions have
So
been the
have
same.
all the missions
for the
have been the
last
same.
15 years.
All the missions have been the same. They've only added like 2 or
And
3
they're
here and
all
there.
bad.
Well, complaining about that is not gonna do any. Like, it's not gonna change anything. The mining thing is like, go mine this much ore, and then if you want to go security or whatever, like go pew pew these tiny little frigates. Like,
All right, moving
it's
on.
never gonna change.
Moving on. Did you guys see the ping like last week about the so-called shitty GSOL? When I saw that ping, I immediately went and started looking through the freaking SIGs because I wanted to be in shitty GSOL.
That's a thing.
It
No,
is
it's
actually a thing.
It's not a real SIG yet. But Kunmi sent it out, and I was like, man, I really want to be in shitty GSOL, and I went and looked, and I was really upset when it wasn't there.
What does one do in shitty GSOL, Ryak?
Go refuel shitty passes and shit. I don't know, like.
No, shitty GSOL is, I believe, set up to make the affectionately new goon economic zones, or the jizz zones.
Yes, the jizz zones. What's that all about, anyways? How does that work?
So the way it works, right? I think Dirk may be able to expand on this more than I can because
No, sorry, I want to hear more about the jizz zone.
I'm not.
Well, what are we doing with the jizz zone?
I'm not an industrialist, so I can't.
Okay,
say
I can
things,
tell
but
you. I'll
apparently-
tell you.
Hold on. I would put my take on it, or attempt to, right? So it's my understanding.
This is gonna make my head hurt. I got a feeling.
Industrial math bullshit, right, says that if you build too much in one concentrated area, then the taxes and all the other money shit goes up. So to keep that shit down, if you want to go build drones, well, then you got to go to a specific system in Delft to build drones. You want to build, Baltecs, then you got to go to a different kind of system to build Baltecs. So that way the tax, that way we don't have Titans and drones being built in the same fucking citadel.
That is absolutely not how it works.
Okay,
but,
that was just my understanding.
It's
Mifune's on the right track. So the
He
idea
thinks about
is
jizz
that,
a lot. So give the guy a break.
It's true. I know. So the main idea is that you can't have long-term wise you're building in one area because of the system index. So he is correct on that. You do want to spread it out and provide options. Now, there are certain systems throughout Delve that receive bonuses to certain building in the game. And I believe the Amar systems are the best. And those are systems that used to have an Amar outpost, which is like super old. It's what everything turned into faction Fortizars. And some people think the Fortizars.
Yeah, that's 100% right.
So some people think the Fortizars are what it was tied to, but it's not. It's this indestructible little teeny tiny thing out in space. And you can't blow it up, can't do anything to it, but the systems still have their bonuses. So they're actively trying to put down these industrial complexes with all the buildings that you need in the correct order, all aligned together in the correct way that they want military-wise, as well as economic-wise, in the best locations to get the best tax breaks and the building bonuses as you can before they start like letting people run amok other places building shit.
Now,
So,
it turns out, right? It turns out that both economically and militarily, it's good for us to have a set way of doing things. We've managed to figure out over the last like 5 years,
15 or only 5.
5 years with Aegis of. I'm only talking about Aegis of here, but overall, it works out that over the last 5 years, we've figured out a really good way of doing this shit. And therefore, this is how we're doing it going forward.
Now, I heard that that the first jizz zone will be in Las Vegas, then the small of Mifune's back.
Mifune, what do you have to say about
I think you're a bit late for that.
zone being your small back?
Dude, we got rid of him. He walked off.
He's out. That's enough, bro. I'm out now. No, I mean, I feel like they didn't realize that the acronym they came up with this thing. Maybe it was intentional. You know, it's GEZ, GEZ, but or GEZ if you want to go that way. But
the acronym is interesting, right? The acronym is Goon Swarm Economic Zone because it was the Goon Swarm financial team that did this. If it had been included a little bit more, we might have had Imperium economic zones. But IEZ is not as interesting as GEZ, especially not when you can contract it in the Americanism and call it the jizz. So, what more do you want from us?
Mifune loves those zones.
I'm just getting fired upon today.
You should. I mean, that means we care.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Not
If we
the,
didn't
not the
care-
best turn of phrase.
If we didn't care, we wouldn't pay any attention to you. Speaking of, right? Kidding.
If a British person isn't making fun of you, it generally means they don't like you.
Why did you
That's
bring?
not true.
Why'd my name come out of your mouth? What happened?
Is it time to appreciate?
No, sorry. Dave is 100% right. If a British person isn't making fun of you, we don't like you.
Dude, I can't wait to see what Dave Archer appreciates about me. Cannot wait.
Who are you again?
It is that special time in the show that we appreciate Ryakaderia. So welcome to the Ryakaderia Appreciation Corner.
Jesus Christ, Dirk, by that standard, McLeod thinks he's married to me.
Wow.
Caleb, by that standard, I think you're married to me, and I know better. So, what would you like to say?
I'm not going to step into that one, but I was just pointing out that McLeod has been bullying me for several years now.
It's only because you're terrible at like economic matters, dude. Like that's the only. That's It's only
but I'm
reason.
great at jizz, right?
We've all been bullying you for several years, Caleb. Like, come on.
Oh, someone said change it to the Goon Industrial Zone. Now it is jizz.
There is nothing to say beyond that. Caleb.
Caleb, I don't have to buy you drinks for you to like me. So, what would you like to really go with this?
Are we getting drinks now? I just came from a micro goon.
He just came from a thing, so Caleb is
guys
really enjoying the remote.
All right, so there are a couple things I did want to. There is one thing I wanted to get to at some point, but first we're gonna have Don Rey's Animal Fact of the Week, which is
so we're just skipping right over the thing. Okay.
You're later, Ryek.
Nobody had anything, right?
Ryek, you know what? Here, okay. First off, I will give Ryek appreciation that he has been motivated to do some mining and get into providing a mining opportunity for Theta. So I appreciate that.
Finally, I get some goddamn recognition around here.
Ryek's also been really helpful in Theta, helping people out with doing stuff and jumping things here and there, and I appreciate him for that.
All right, now animal fact of the week. All right, so you get
John
two.
Reyes, animal fact of the week.
Thank you. So all clownfish are born male and will only change sex to become the dominant female in a pair. So
say that again. I missed it.
All clownfish are born male and then will only turn into a female when a female is needed.
So it's like what are they fucking called? Seahorses.
No. So seahorses, they have distinct males and females. They're born male or born female, and the males they still impregnate the females, and the females lay the eggs inside of the male's pouch. So it's not like they're attached to the male. The male is just a giant like safety blanket for the babies, and then he pushes them out once they're ready to come out. And I've taken care of thousands of seahorses, it was so cool. My job was to collect the baby seahorses up.
What does it look like when they fuck?
They just push their little pouch, their bellies together. That's all that happens. And they twist actually seahorses are really cute because in the morning, every morning, this male and females, because they're mated for life, will find each other and they'll nuzzle next to each other and they'll wrap their tails together and they'll swim and dance together in the water. And it's really cute because you can see who's like male and who's female go together because they do it every morning ritualistically. And they like to touch each other and be near each other. It's so adorable. And
I'm noticing a bit of a pattern, Don. All of your animal facts have to do with animals fucking.
I mean, what else do animals do? Eat, shit, and fuck. So,
well, some of them are like cute and they do cute things, right? Like
yeah, it's really cute watching a bunch of
otters are murderous little rapey bastards. Okay,
you got some problems just then.
It is really cute to watch some seahorses like dance around and hold tails together as they swim along the bottom of the ocean. It's super cute.
You don't get out a lot much, do you?
And then you watch another female come over and try to hey baby, and then one female will get in between and they're like jealous and shit. It's hilarious. There's a lot of personality going on.
Could be worse. Dawn could really like, ducks.
I like ducks.
No, you don't like ducks.
I love ducks. I want a duck.
Learn some animal facts about ducks, and then you won't like ducks.
Oh, it's fine.
What about dolphins, Mac? Are you into dolphins?
I mean,
nature's brutal.
Yeah, don't ducks have
I know what you mean when you say it in that regard.
Don't ducks have like a corkscrew penis?
Something like that.
Mac, you're referring to how drakes actually behave, right?
Where did Dirk go? Hopefully he comes back. I wanted to ask him about his thing.
Oh, we already talked about it.
Did you?
Yeah, maybe he had to do diplomatic stuff.
Maybe he had to contact a couple diplos about whether or not we have nips with other alliances.
Oh my god. That I know I didn't like I wanted to bring that up so bad because you could just hear Dirk's brain just stutter to a halt, like not sure what he's being asked or why, because he even starts bringing it up in that if you listen to it again, where he's like, you might want to check with your diplos on that, and he's like, well, that's kind of funny considering, and then he gets cut off and then he just never goes back to it. But it's
honestly, I understand. I understand his the way he kind of acted on there. Like honestly, if you genuinely wanted to put that much brain power into TTT, you're sacrificing those brain cells to an early death in some way, shape, or form. So you really want to cut out as many brain cells prioritized on that show as possible. Just saying.
Yeah, so I was just like laughing so hard about that. And I just keep watching it every now and then. They were also talking about like incursions. Okay, so this is funny. So this whole war, they were talking about, haha, you can't make any money, and all of our retorts were, we've had to find other ways to make money for months prior to the war. Why do you think you being in our space matters at all? They didn't believe us. Well, it seems that some of them have discovered that the best places to make money are not in nullsec.
Yeah.
Because they went on like
Crazy,
a 20-minute
right?
rant about incursions and how incursions make like dank iskies with little to no, with little effort and just maybe potential. And you don't even have to have a high ISK
One of the first
input or
We've
SP.
been, and it's not
One of
like
the first
we.
things my alt did was actually like train into, and I believe it was at that time. This was quite a while ago when when incursions were still being done, very very successfully by groups. Like I literally just had a group, sort of an alt train into a basilisk, like just a general like T2 fit basilisk, and he was making like money hand over fist, like it was just crazy.
It's not like we've been doing incursions in Baltecs and Guardians and Bellicoses for the past 4 years.
Well, apparently the hot new meta now in high sec is to use marauders, to use paladins.
The thing
to
is
clear
that
it.
high sec incursions, they don't pay out as much. Like high sec incursions do pay out. It's just it depends on like if you're running with with one of the actual high sec incursion groups, then yeah, you do it every day and you're gonna make a little bit more ISK per hour than you normally would in nullsec, right? But eventually those groups are gonna get saturated with people going to high sec and wanting to make money, and then the individual pilot is either gonna get shoved on a wait list that's going to be like 6.5 hours of sitting in a station.
Who
and
else
waiting.
Who else here has also flown out to staging for incursions and waited 4, 5, 6 hours on the wait list?
Yeah,
to then have them stand down because a neutral passed by. Anybody else have their hand raised? Because I sure fucking do.
Not really, because
I'm
I'd
not-
rather jump off a cliff than do an incursion.
Yeah, I don't
See-
even know what an incursion is. What's an incursion,
Like-
though?
It's
I'd rather-
free. It's free.
It's group ratting with rats that are buff as fuck.
Oh,
I'd
fuck
rather
that
go out
noise.
and shoot
The last time I did incursions with the Imperium, I was able to bring my carrier, so that tells you
Well, that's
how long
not
ago
gonna-
it was.
I don't know what Spike McFire is going to say, but I doubt we are going to use capitals in nullsec incursions for a very, very, very long time.
Might use regular carriers, but I don't think that we're ever going to use supers again.
Supers definitely not. Carriers and faxes, I don't know. But I feel like we're just going to go back to the standard Baltec Guardians and 1 to 2 faxes.
Balgorns. Huggins.
I like Balgorns.
See, the thing is, when it comes to between the Balgorn or the Baltec, I just go Baltec. I don't know why. I don't like flying the Balgorn as much.
That's because you're weird. Anyway.
I am. Thank you.
The Balgorn or the APOC are the best because you can freaking change ammo instantly and reapply damage.
That's true. I like my nightmare. I had
if
an
you have
armor
good
tank
skills,
nightmare.
you can be cap stable, and then you just never run out of anything.
I don't know. When it came to incursions, I never did the Balgorn because the Balgorns always had to be the MTT when we did TT. What was it?
No one knows what that
TTPHs.
is. He means drone bunny.
No,
bitch.
no,
the
no,
tagger.
No.
Oh, you mean the
because-
tagger?
No, I mean
No,
the
you
guy
have
that
to
sat
move a
there.
thing from a can to a
Yeah, I'm talking about taking the tractor thing and pulling the fucking can.
Oh,
with all the
MTAC.
lore people. Yeah, MTAC. Right. It's
Yeah,
been
that
what?
shit's
It's
stupid.
been what? 2 years since I've done an incursion. So
Greg's just like, what? So basically, incursions are the group ratting thing, but it's basically free money zone.
it can be free money zone if you're doing it right.
You make 30 something mil a site,
40 mil
depending
per
upon your
site.
taxes. Okay,
40,
but depending
40.
upon your taxes, each person's tax bracket on each corp is a little different. So you're gonna, after 40 minus taxes, you're making 30 something mil a site, whatever it is. And if you have somebody who's not a dumb fuck, you can get through 3 sites an hour, maybe 4. If you have a certain person that I'm glad is no longer with Goonswarm running it, you'll get 2 sites done and you'll like it. I'm not bitter at all.
I like how you said that's like.
See, the thing is, though, I could put in less effort and do reactions and make more ISK.
Yeah, but then you have to do industry, and that shit sucks.
I tried mining this week. I don't mind mining. Hey Don, remember
Yeah,
when I went mining
yeah.
with you?
So Greg is the slow convert here. Greg doesn't do any PvE at all. He just plexes everything, right? And he's like, "Why do you guys like mining so much?" We're like, and we've all told him like it's just relaxing to sit there with your friends, doing something, and you feel like you're accomplishing something, but it's not like where you have to actively click and like you started getting.
And then
heated
if
about,
anything
like,
happens, you can just go over to your other account and go join a fleet and go do something.
Exactly.
While passively mining, like what happened last night.
Yeah.
I used to just set up my oracles and play Call of Duty Zombies on my other monitor.
What was it? 3 days ago, I was carrier ratting, and then Kunmi sends out a ping about, like, reminding everyone about the new policies. And he's like, some really brave and dumb pilots are using carriers. And I said, like that meme where it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's pointing at the TV with the beer in his hand, and I'm just like, hey, that's me.
That would,
yeah.
I would love to see Wibla shoot you, Mifune. It would be just so beautiful.
I mean,
I'd
we're
take the
allowed to
Sino
use
Bridge.
carriers. We're
There's
allowed
no
to
rule
use
against
carriers.
carriers.
No.
It'd be like da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
And plus, the only people that Wibla has murdered so far are the people with the Mercoxit rule.
God, I hate that rule. It's so stupid.
Yeah, but we got to deal with it.
Tomato, potato here. We'll get there. So NPE came out this week. We have not heard any troublings or rumblings about the end of scarcity other than a certain CSM representative. Because apparently we're not allowed to call, according to Trash Talk Tuesday, we're not supposed to affiliate pilots with patches because it creates negative connotations or something bullshit. I'm like,
wait, what?
Whatever.
What aren't we allowed to do?
They started bitching about us calling it Feldistry, which is what we've called it since day one because.
Oh, after that Kenneth Feld fucking dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
So, and they don't watch the show, so I'm not worried about them seeing. But what is it? The Kenneth Feld is reported as saying that he didn't get as much impact in the industry stuff as people think, but apparently he has a lot of impact in the upcoming scarcity changes. And that's terrifying.
Why? What the fuck? Don't they follow the media that follows their game? Like,
I don't know what kind of impact he means, whether it's like I kept them from driving off the cliff. Actually, I'll see if I can find it because I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, so we were all commenting, and if Dirk was fucking here, Caleb, you're here, you can comment on it. Like, he's
I'm not
basically
supposed to.
It sounds like Kenneth is jumping in front of the bullets again to say, nope, I'm putting my name on.
Mifune, seriously, he made his own bed, right? When the changes came to industry, he was basically presenting half of the things as if he had a massive hand in them, and almost as if he was appointed by CCP to be a, I don't know, unpaid developer. So it's his own fault that we have then dubbed it Feldistry, because the people that are doing a lot of industry are not particularly happy about it. Not so much because of, well, the nerf nature. It's more that it's a dumb way of nerfing, and it's really frustrating the way that it flattens the markets. So yes, someone needs to take the blame for the industry changes.
I got
it. If he's done something similar with advising on how to bring back some form of abundance, I'm a little bit worried.
Okay, so here we go. This is exactly what Kenneth Feld said, and this was last month. So unlike the last industry change where I had a good knowledge of it but very little input, the next round of ecosystem has a ton of my input, and I am genuinely scared of the reaction, but c'est la vie, I have thick skin.
Yeah, and especially personally, the way I feel about that, of all the members on the CSM right now, when it comes to how to fix faucets, I think Kenneth Feld is the one that I disagree with the most. I am really worried about the fact that he's had his hands on this.
So
one of the other important things that I think we may be glossing over is the cosplay challenge that CCP has. No, are we going to be entering as a team, or are we going to
Well,
be
you're
entering
gonna
individually?
you're gonna be
'Cause I've-
entering as Hades from Clash of Titans.
No, I've got
the
my
remake.
I've got my space helmet ready. Like, it's got an American flag. I can take that off.
We need to get the Russian chick from Inner Hell that used to stream on Twitch. We really do.
That's an American beekeeper hat.
No, that's an astronaut costume.
Yeah, I bought it off Amazon and it fucking said space helmet. I've tried it out. Like, I locked myself in the freezer overnight.
Is it
and
a
it
Jeff
doesn't work.
Bezos hat? But
honestly, it looks more like some sort of thing you'd use in the bedroom. Gonna be real.
Wow.
What do you do in your bedroom, Dave?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You don't want to know what Dave does in the bedroom, man.
Nothing as bad as Muffoon.
That means Muffoon actually gets some.
Oh,
roasted.
More shade.
What's the old Warren Zevon line there, Dave? I went home with a waitress the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too?
Where's that from?
Lawyers, Guns, and Money, Warren Zevon.
I don't know that one.
Of course you don't, Don, because you listen to fucking Disney tunes and.
I don't listen to techno.
I'm sorry, and what? Can you run that past us one more time?
No, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it. Watch the VOD. It's
God, he's such a
in other news, I finally got started on the documentary this week.
Yeah.
Really? Do tell.
He keeps leaking stuff without. He's more just like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Look at this! I'm actually doing work.
He needs to get attention from somewhere.
Damn, that hurt. That hurt. No,
we love you, Mifune.
I finally got started on it. Thank God.
Can you run the trailer again?
I can't run the trailer again because I got the channel copyrighted, and Life yelled at me.
Wait, you got what?
We got copy from the first time that I played the trailer instead of the Gilbert video. We got copyright hit for that on Twitch.
Twitch is annoying.
Yep.
But
what do we have to look forward to on Theta Thursday? We've got some really interesting things coming up.
I believe we're going to try to do Bulks and Kings next week.
The Balkan Kings? What?
Is
Who are they?
Goonstorm's very own Serbian-focused corporation. And they are very gung-ho about being on. So very excited about that. So we'll see how that goes. Starring our new reformed Thetan, Teodorant. So if you know who Teodorant is, come on and learn about Walnuts and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Also, I've heard talk of the Big Red Boat special.
No, Boat's already been on here twice. He doesn't get any more specials.
No, I mean like an episode specifically devoted to the Big Red Boat.
We've done that before.
No, I don't think we have.
Yeah,
we've had him on, but
you weren't here.
Was that when he was talking about showering?
Yeah, when he talked about the perfect way to shower for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah,
and there was no way to stop him.
It was one of my favorite episodes.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on, who doesn't love Boat? He's just fantastic human being.
So unfortunately,
like from feet up to head, like you're an idiot.
So unfortunately, with the way that my new job is starting on Monday, this is probably my last Theta Thursday for a while because I'm going to be working at this time during.
And you know, we realized that, Ryak, and we prepared a little something special for you.
Did we?
So, Mifune, maybe you'd like to start.
We didn't. We did not prepare anything. God damn it!
No, we've got special parting gifts. We've got Theta Thursday, the home game.
Oh, did we make that finally? That'll be fun.
Yeah,
I
somebody should make a Theta Thursday board game.
Well, just a Theta board game.
What we really need is we need an updated Goon Swarm deck on the virtual Cards Against Humanity. Like we need someone to update that deck for Vietnam standards. Bring in all the
Listen,
memes from Vietnam.
we do not need more cards with my name on it. I have 5.
Don,
maybe 6 now.
Being Sig L of Theta, what the hell's going on with Theta? I noticed that the chat is like there's lots of people in there, and it's vibrant and everyone's cheerful and
it is a bunch of people
really neat stuff.
It's a bunch of people who have never been in peacetime Goonswarm who are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed coming in like, I'm here to help, guys. And then they listen to us for about an hour and they're like, oh no.
No, we don't.
No.
We've cut back. We've cut back 30% on our talk about butt stuff.
That's true. We have, but
30%. We made our quota of reducing butt stuff talk.
Very true. But it has been very refreshing to see new faces, new people. So Goonswarm is recruiting in general. Dave, how has ASCII been in that area?
Amazingly well, actually. We've had we're constantly growing at the moment. A positive doubter with still kicking people for inactivity and stuff. So it's all on the up.
And is it people just from like HiSec who heard about us, or is it like brand new players? What's kind of like the general demographic you've seen the most?
So I don't normally look at recruitment, but I know a little bit. We got some people coming in from our HiSec Corp that we have set up. We got a lot of returning players still, not from old returning players that saw the war and were like, I'm going to give it another go. We're still getting quite a few of them. We hilariously get the odd Paffy member go, please can I join you? They ditched me. In which we just go, no. It's a nice mix. A lot of the people that we recruit into the main corp nowadays are actually quite experienced pilots. Most of the noobos go to our HiSec corp until they're kind of ready to come out to nullsec.
I know in Theta we've seen a couple Pappy people, or not too many, but a couple of them, and it's fun listening to them be like, yeah, fuck those guys. I'm like, welcome to the club. But
you're a bit late.
$1 short.
There's been since a lot of the war posts have kind of cleaned up on Reddit. I'm seeing a lot of like the hi, I'm new to Eve, can I ask some questions type things. And of course, when I'm on my break or something at work, I'm scrolling through, just helping the little guy out. And one of them was like, what causes wars? Like, what makes these guys hate each other so much? And I said, because fuck the other guy, that's why.
Yeah, my answer would have been somebody looks at a map and goes, fuck this guy in particular.
Fuck this guy. I have no reason why, but fuck this guy, and we're gonna destroy him. And that's it.
That kind of brings me to a thought, at least kind of a let's think this out loud here. So they're all huffing and puffing about this fake nip or whatever they think we have with PBIC, RC or whatever. I mean, I always give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they paid us and hoping that we won't fuck them over in the butt. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past us because like we like money, and none of us really want to go to Esoteria right now. But which of all the blocks that are kind of forming out of the remnants of Pappy, which one would you most or think would be the most fun to go have like a deployment against or a sprawl against?
Fraternity. We've said this.
No, screw that, because that's literally one time zone. That's boring as fuck.
So fraternity always brings the fight, regardless. Like they have FCs that always are up for bringing a fight. Like, in that kind of same way, so does AOM, in that kind of sense. But then again, fraternity are to some degree housing, or at least letting Test move up to kind of near where they are anyway. But really, to be completely honest, like, we should have our eyes on the prize, which is Test. Fuck anyone else.
But first, in my opinion, there was a baby seal in Gemini that could easily be clubbed.
They're gonna get clubbed by all of their neighbors for sure.
Well, they're still blue to PamFam, so go club the baby seal.
But they're not blue to Test anymore.
They never were. They were just don't shoot. I'm pretty sure.
Well, now it's I believe it is fair game between them. So if they want to beat on each other,
Test is in absolutely no place to fucking.
Yeah, they just got there. They just got to Outer Passage. Might I add?
Well, the front of their column just got there. Yeah,
I know, and they were trying to brag about picking up 14 keep stars to uncontested in the middle of deep whatever former space they had and along their chain of leaving Delve, right? Like, we picked them up without any contest.
Yes, and what happened to the 14 that they left in Aquarius and Delve and Catch?
Yeah, and we're like,
picking up your clothes from the fucking front lawn. Yeah, it is really sort of like great and mighty of you.
They still left a load of trash on the sofa though.
Like, when you're getting kicked out of your fucking house.
Yeah, like literally, I was like, you want to brag about how fast you ran away, and that you were able to get away while we blew up all the rest of your shit. I mean, I guess take the win when you can get it, but
well, they got very little to brag about because they're meant to be living in Delvo now.
They lost their space twice actually because they left Esoteria and then they lost Elves, and they're just like, well, we can't go back to Esoteria because AOM is going to think that's a little rude. Do you think if Test had wanted to go back to ESO, would AOM have moved?
Well, even if they did, Test wouldn't have survived very long though.
It would be much easier for us to go have fun poking at them over there.
Well, there's no nip, so we could literally just go nuts, and without Horde to defend them, they would just die.
Now, the ones that were in Theta, do you remember what Kumi talked about yesterday? Do you think that... Well, apparently there's some parts of their future has been revealed to us in Theta, which I always consider public, but
I don't think it is, so maybe we better not. Instead, we've got a new segment that I just came up with. It's called 10-second art, and today we're featuring a picture of Don's cat.
Why does it look like a rat? Like, it just
color the whole thing in. My cat's black.
Does look like a rat.
That it looks like a rat.
Just color the whole thing in.
Is that an ASCII cat?
Do you know the difference between a cat and a rat? Just don't know.
What?
The C and the R.
Looks like a rat.
I've got a cat somewhere. Hang on, where is he?
Got a cat somewhere. I can just imagine Greg
maybe
rummaging like a box. It's Schrodinger's cat. Maybe I have a cat.
It may actually be a rat. We're not sure based on that picture.
I had a rat in the house one time, and I laid down on my belly, and I got a pelican, right? Actually, I had a 22 with shot shell in it, and then I decided that wasn't a good idea.
When I was in the 7th grade, there was a rat in the class.
That was wise, Greg.
Let Greg finish his damn story.
Yeah, Mifune.
Yeah, so I
there was this one.
I waited for hours, right? And I finally lured the little fucker out, and I'm a pretty good shot, and I shot at it, and I'm quite sure I hit it, and it got away. So I laid there for a little. It didn't come back to the area, so we got these rat traps, and I'm sitting down here. I don't know what I was doing, probably pornography. And the next thing I heard was a snap, and the thing got caught in the rat trap. And I don't know. I'd imagine I hit it, but I probably, with a pellet gun, if you hit a rat in the shoulder blade, I don't think the pellet has penetrating power to go through into its vital goopy stuff.
That depends greatly on the gun.
Yeah, I should have used the 22, right? If the 22, but
Or high power
guys,
color. You know?
as you guys are now talking about American stuff, like I'll take my leave.
No, I'm
Bye,
I'm
McLeod.
Canadian,
I have
dude.
no experience in firearms aside from airsoft and paintball. So
I was gonna say I should take.
I did
McLeod
shoot a
like
rat
air
with my
sourcing.
airsoft gun.
Nice.
But you guys have fun.
All right, bye, McLeod. Thanks for
All
coming.
right, cheers, McLeod.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I actually, speaking of rats, Caleb.
Whoa!
Wow.
No,
Jesus
I
Christ
actually
on.
no. I have I got to share with him. I was watching a story about like a Rattopia that this guy tried in like the 70s and 80s, like to study populations, and basically the rat population like died and deteriorated, even though it had everything that would have been perfect for it, and like the rats went crazy and just like rooms that were meant for like 5 rats, they would stuff themselves 50 rats in a room. It was nuts.
Do you remember the
So-
movie
You
Ben?
you don't want to talk about the weird sexuality change stuff?
No,
I do.
no.
Well, I suggest you go and watch it. There's a very good mini documentary made by a YouTuber, and you just need to Google Mouse Utopia, and you should find it.
Yeah, I watched a short one, and it's super interesting. So I watch the weirdest stuff on YouTube, but y'all should check it out because it was
No
really
shit.
interesting.
Yeah, who would have thunk?
Sea lions making.
I like to watch sea lion rescues too. So I'll see these French guys or South African guys like catch baby fur seals that like have fishing line around them and stuff, and then they'll like
Dawn, you
cut it
have
off.
too much time on your hands.
It's a pretty
See,
big fucking difference. French guys or South Africans.
I just couldn't remember.
I don't know what
That
happened.
is a big difference.
I don't know what happened to my YouTube recommended feed, but I swear to God, like 3 days ago, my YouTube recommended feed was like memes and movie clips and gaming, right? Like it always is, because that's what I watch on YouTube, right? And then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, I log onto YouTube the other day, and my YouTube recommended has been nothing but clips from Family Guy. Like, I don't know what it is, but like I go to YouTube and it's just all clips from fucking Family Guy.
Did you watch a clip from Family Guy?
I didn't though. That's the thing. Like, if I wanted to watch Family Guy, I would just go to my freaking Hulu account and watch it. I didn't watch any clips or nothing on YouTube. It just started popping up out of nowhere. But now it's like stuck on this freaking rabbit hole of nothing but Family Guy clips. And it's like I finish like an actual video that I'm watching, and I finish it, and the next thing right after the autoplay is some Family Guy clip, and then
I've
I'm
heard
not
you can
paying
fix it.
attention.
Just watch a bunch of something else, and eventually that will get pushed down.
That's what
I
I've been
can
trying
think
to
of
do.
much worse things to be on your recommended.
Oh, trust
no.
me. There are
I've
much
seen
worse things.
there is a
That's for
video.
private browsing as well.
There is a video out there. I think it was Markiplier, right, that did it, and he did a thing where he re-imaged his PC, created a new YouTube account, went onto YouTube, so it was like completely clear for recommended, and he wanted to see how quick he could get down the rabbit hole of like History Channel conspiracy theory level like YouTube recommended feeds, right? And he clicked on a singular video about space, and instantly it was just all like, are aliens real, or the aliens built the pyramids, and like all this other crazy conspiracy theory shit.
But the aliens did build the pyramids.
Didn't you know they're landing platforms?
Yeah, they're landing platforms, right?
Haven't you ever seen Stargate?
Yeah.
Haven't you
Inside
ever
Mountain,
seen
they've got
Stargate?
a-
All the freaking gold freaking motherships have pyramids on top of them.
You can't argue with that.
It's right, he's an uncultured swine. It's fine.
Hashtag science.
Real science.
Hashtag science. I'm starting to watch The Expanse. I'm excited. It's been
That's
on my
not
list.
science.
It's been on my list, and I'm
That's science
excited to
fiction.
start The Expanse.
That's fiction. You know that, right?
Yes,
I know something. Somebody dies. That's all I know in that show.
That describes just about every show ever made.
I
I
keep
watched-
losing track.
I watched
No.
the first episode of that show, and I was like, oh, look, a Rorqual's getting freaking dropped on by torpedo bombers.
Yep. That's pretty much what happens.
No, see, what Don described is every spin-off of the show Chicago Fire is something something relationship, something breaks up, something
Chicago
character.
Fire is a spin-off of another show.
Or, what was the original? No, I could have sworn
Chicago
that
PD was the original one.
Chicago PD was the original one, whatever, right? But like the same entire thing with that Chicago series.
I thought Chicago Fire came out first, and then it was PD, and then it was Med.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was Fire, PD,
Really?
Med, Law.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. But all I remember from those shows was something relationship, something breakup, something character leaves at the end of the season, and then it's like that for every fucking season.
They should have Chicago Gunman.
No.
It's just like fucking every week. It's like a different dude shooting somebody.
Yeah, no. Side question, Dominic, how is Bastion doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Are you guys settling down in Delve, or have you tried to
No, we're going back to Fountain. We're in the process now of moving our stuff back to Fountain, getting our. We're going to do it smart, take our time and just do it right. Right, not going to make any hasty citadels put down or anything stupid like that, like maybe happened last time.
Which areas are you going to be at, or is that like a surprise still?
You can look on Dotland and see it already. It's I don't remember the names. Not Griffin. Minotaur. The three.
Why did Fountain get all the ones that were cool?
We got one that we had before, and then 2 new ones. We got what we deserved, and what we wanted.
Kraken.
There you go.
Children's made his triumphant return to Theta Thursday.
And Flip Flop, I think we got that one.
And Manticore.
Manticore, Minotaur, and then something else. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you didn't get Pegasus or anything?
Well, fucking, there's only one of those, man. You can't have that.
Pegasus is a nice one.
I wanted Phoenix, but everybody thought that would be a bad idea.
And then I saw French Connection has some TCUs.
Our French Connection, I think they're going to be in the Satyr constellation.
Yeah, are they reforming, or are they?
Yeah,
I don't think they ever died completely. Did they?
They merged into Init during the war because it was just easier, and then they, what is dead may never died, and came back.
Well, they should.
I wish them all the best of luck. I mean, the way it sounds, they really stepped up and helped out quite a bit. So, kudos to them. Hopefully, they'll be good neighbors. I imagine they will be.
Well,
we're in a position now, though. I think this time where we're at, Initiative and Bastion will be in a much easier spot to maybe help each other. I mean, more of them helping us. Obviously, I mean, they're way bigger. But last time we were kind of in the corner. We couldn't help anybody. No one could really help us. So I hope this will be better for the Bastion. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be good for us.
And then I believe we have Siberian Squad is settling in Aquarius, and they're getting about half of it. And then Dracaris is getting the other half. And I assume Ranger Regiment is just like period basis and running down there, because that's what they
did.
A
lot of it is still, as far as I know, very undetermined. It's very fluid over there.
For period basis side, yeah.
Maybe
period basis Aquarius is still, I believe, very fluid.
I wonder if you can answer this. I did notice on Ranger Regiment on Dotland they lost like 600 people. Was that just but I didn't see any corpse leave. So was that just like a activity?
It's because the name they weren't putting their name tags on, so they couldn't find each other.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought it was interesting because I looked to see if a corp had left. It happens. Some people just don't. They're here for a little while and then they go where they want to go. But I didn't see a corpse, so that's why I'm assuming it's probably an activity purge or something. But
man, I was going to say 600 people though, not in one. Not a corp loss. That's a lot of people.
I find it interesting though. A war that was designed to exterminate our coalition has caused us to gain 3 new alliances.
The war did exterminate the coalition.
Yeah,
just not our coalition.
Oh, that's right. We got Nvidia Gloria Comes. We got to figure out where they're going to
go. Yeah, that's still very fluid. It's being worked out. It's a process.
What I like about the process, maybe it feels like it's taking a long time, but it looks like from the outside of the process, the actual efforts being put into it and a smart plans being done as opposed to last time it was kind of people just go, oh, we're going to go here, I'm going to go there because I want to. So it looks like this is going to be really good for both the alliances inside the Imperium and the Imperium itself.
Yeah, Adge and the Diplos I know are putting a lot of work into it to put people in the the best places, make like having goons holding like certain things for logical reasons, because we're just girthy.
I just got to make sure that Dave Archer's in a position he can get his fleets down there fast enough to help us out.
Hey, as long as your jump bridges are cheaper than Inits. I was just joking with Bongo about this, actually. Init charges extortionate amounts.
Yeah,
of
they were-
not do that again.
Those
That was
were fucking scams of fucking jump bridges that we had to use
come on, Don.
to get
You're
up
a
to 6
trillionaire.
Oh, I
Well, not.
What sucked was the people complaining about it. It didn't bother me though. But every time we jumped through one of those, you'd have 50 people
Yeah,
complaining.
but imagine
they weren't
taking a
joking.
cat
They were
fleet
serious.
all the way up
Yeah.
to Cloud Ring.
No, yeah.
Are we how's Cloud Ring looking right now? I've not looked up there.
I think it's very triumphant.
Let's take a look.
I actually just flew through there 2 nights ago. It was dead as dead could be. Didn't see
Let's
it.
see. Oh yeah, it's all try up there. But I think we're not mad at try right now. They didn't shoot us, did they?
Would you have to be mad at them to shoot them? I kind of like just shooting people anyway, even if I like them sometimes.
I'm sure Init will clobber the shit out of them.
Last time we didn't hold Cloud Ring other than like the jump bridge sessions.
Well,
we had other people. We had neutrals live there.
Yeah, Init kind of installed some people in there. Same with Pureblind after we glassed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that we had neutrals that lived there, but we were like, just don't shoot our buildings and we won't murder you.
Yeah, as far as I know, they lived there with the grace of Init, from what I understand.
I imagine Init as Patton in World War II. You give him enough fuel, and he'll have you at war with somebody and make it look like their fault. Yeah.
Mifune, whatever the fuck you're doing, don't.
Are you filing your nails?
Or removing something from his skin, maybe.
No.
He's just hanging out.
You look like you're filing your nails.
I got some dry
Oh my
skin to
god,
stretch
my
off.
nails! My fabulous blue hair, my nails.
God damn.
You need to hold like.
I don't think Mifune is going to be an ASCII for much longer after Dave just saw that.
God, yeah, right. That's funny.
At least he ain't doing his toes.
Yeah, at least he's not pulling up his feet up and you're like, hold on.
So
he hasn't annoyed me enough yet to kick me.
I'm actually doing that right now, but I decided to turn my webcam off because I don't think anyone on Discord wants to sit there and watch it.
Correct.
Hey, you know what? We appreciate that because you're correct.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to personally kick somebody from ASCII. Mifune's getting there though.
Don't do that to Mifune. He can't take that.
He's a good kid.
Karma Fleet would take him.
No,
No, they would not.
No, they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't.
would not.
That's where Mifune started. Was Karma?
That's where I started.
That's
with
where I
Karma
started
Fleet.
as well.
And I will
Mifune,
never.
Did somebody
You
just
can
walk
always
into
come
your
to
room?
Bastion. Bastion will take you.
Yes, my mother just walked into my room.
I just saw you look over and you were like, "No, go away."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not doing the dishes, Mom, and you can't make me.
No, it was more. She was more like, make sure you go to bed because you got work in like 5 hours, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna.
That's
That's why I was
kinda
trying
like,
to
no
like.
shit.
If you don't go to bed
get to our
next hour, you must as well just stay up. Fuck it, yo.
Mifune,
Yeah,
when are
'cause-
we going to have your dad on stream?
Never.
I don't know.
Someday. All right.
Why
Well,
was
we
it
do.
no immediately, Don? Why was
I
that?
just like to say no to Greg's ideas because it.
Come
breaks
on,
my
my
heart.
ideas are great.
Some of them maybe.
I've noticed the pattern. Yeah, you do say no to everything he says.
All right. Well, Mifune has to go to bed, so we always have to end the show a little bit earlier than normal now because of his work. But that's fine. So we'll start off with Dave. Final thoughts? Any final shout outs that you want to provide?
I don't know really. I was just here to make sure Major turned up. No, other than shout out to all of our FCs for what they did in the war. I've kind of been absent the last 2 weeks. I haven't been able to do it at all in any form. But yeah, shout out to all the FCs and the Cords and all that.
All right. Dominar, any final
That's
thoughts?
bullshit.
Final thought shout outs?
Yeah, he just took mine. God damn it. I was going to shout out to Dave Archer and all the other FCs. Thank you guys for all you did for us through the war. I had a blast, and you gave us a lot of fun and kept us alive. Thank you.
Greg, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I want to give shout outs to everybody that's putting Delve back together right now, and it's amazing the amount of work and the amount of time and thought that's being put into this, and kudos to you guys. Also, Mifune's dad, if you're watching this,
why?
He doesn't watch the show. Believe it or not, he does not. Although
right.
my father is joining the Imperium again.
Yeah, he's going to
soon.
join Sundering, right?
No, he's either gonna go back to Lon or he's gonna end up joining ASCII. He hasn't quite decided yet.
Well,
think
I know
that's a
which
good
one's the
idea,
more
having-
logical choice.
I don't think it's a good idea having your dad in the same corp as you, but
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe that's just me.
All right,
Hey, join
right.
in on the bullying. I
Right.
mean, Captain.
What?
Final thoughts.
Oh, I don't know.
Or shout out.
I don't have any shout outs. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I'll be here when I can. I don't know if when my I don't know what this job really is yet, but if
We
it's
love
like
you,
super,
Ryak.
if it's like super quiet and I'm like not getting phone calls for like freaking no, my internet's not working, please help. Like I'll freaking pop on and hang out for a little bit. But
Dude, you could stream the phone calls. That'd
No,
be
that
awesome.
would be illegal.
Just tell them this is being recorded for fucking.
yeah, this is being recorded for quality assurance purposes.
All right,
I think you'd be
Mifune.
covered by that.
Final thoughts, shout outs.
ASCII is recruiting as always. If you guys want to have some fun this weekend, make sure to join Friends of ASCII, and you can on the festivities. Otherwise, I am very, very tired. So,
All right. Well, my final thought for the night is everyone should join Theta. We're awesome and fun and a little weird, and down with the
A
Mercoxit
little
rule.
weird.
I'm
I don't
going to
like-
dance for you guys as we leave.
I don't like the Mercoxit rule. That's my official opinion. I will follow the rule, but I don't have to like it. So, anyways, thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you, Dave. Obviously, Major, McLeod, and Caleb that were here earlier, and obviously Dominic and Ryak and all the good people joining us to hang out. Hopefully, we'll be able to get Balks and Kings next week, and that should be interesting. And then we'll just see what unfolds, because hopefully we start up another war soon, so we have more things to report eventually.
Oh, God.
I know. I want to wait a couple months though. Like I'm ready to relax.
As long as it's not
Oh,
decent.
somebody asked about the Mercoxit rule. Yeah, so if you see Mercoxit in a belt, you can't mine it until everything else has been mined.
Yep.
If you decide to
It's
mine
the
Mercoxit
opposite.
anyway, Wibbla will drop his Titan on you.
It is the opposite of the ochre rule, which was ochre first. Now it's Mercoxit last.
is the ochre rule still a thing in those systems though?
Ochre
Like, if you mine in
ochre
those
doesn't
systems-
exist in nullsec, honey.
Oh, that's right. I'm tired right now.
And I thought I had been
I
away.
haven't-
Yeah. All right. Anyways, we are gonna end tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody.
Yep. Good night,
Night.
everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.